It's an elegant solution for having your phone in your car, but is it worth the price? Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I have my iPhone 11 Pro. Awesome, right? So I'm looking at all sorts of things you can get for your phone so that you can actually have it be better and work more smoothly in your life. Now, one of the things a lot of people do is they mount their phone somewhere on their car dashboard. Now, you might be a Lyft or Uber driver, but it might just be how you prefer to have your phone. Now, wouldn't it be cool with these modern phones to also have it be a wireless Qi charger? That's what this is. This is the Pitaka Qi magnetic car mount, and it's pretty slick. It's really well designed. So let me show you all the pieces first. So you have this magnetic base, and it actually has built-in wireless charging. Comes with this surprisingly heavy-duty USB-C to USB 3 wire. And it has two different mounting options. So one way you can mount it is you can actually use this tape, and then you sort of just double tape it and stick it somewhere on your dashboard, and then that just goes and clips into this and you're good to go. Or the way that I prefer is they have what they call a vent mount. So it's this little tiny sort of pair of, I don't know, elements sticking out, and you put it onto the mount, and then you stick this onto one of the slats on your car vent. So obviously the other piece that's really important is the case itself. And this is the Pitaka Slim case for the iPhone 11 Pro, hence that real big hole on the corner, right? So let's just jump over and I'll show you in my car how it works. You can see it's pretty darn easy to work with. I've gone ahead and put it into the vent here on this RAV4, and it just makes it super easy. You put your phone on the mount and it immediately starts charging. Pop it off whenever you want, and the magnet's strong enough to hold it over rough bumps and other terrain. And you can take it out, you can put it into a different vent, you can move it to another car. As long as you have the cable and you have it plugged in, you're good to go. Now, let's talk a little bit more about it, because the unit is pretty interesting. So in fact, I'm showing a little bit, being a little fast and loose here. There's another piece here. You put that on, you click this into this, and then this is sort of a screw mount, and that makes it a whole lot more tough. So now this is in fact how I was using it, and you can loosen it a little bit so it's a little bit more flexible. There we go. And so here we have the mount, pretty easy. On the bottom there is the USB-C connection, because obviously it needs cable, it needs power so that it can actually do the charging. I suppose if you didn't want to charge and you just wanted to have it for holding your phone, then you could use it without that, but then there's less expensive options. This is a pretty premium setup here. Now, this also has addressed the thing that plagues a lot of wireless charging, which is it generates a lot of heat. So this actually, first off, has 9 magnets inside of it, so it is pretty darn good at holding your phone really in a variety of different positions. Obviously, ideally it wants to be in the center. I suppose I should put this on the phone so you can see that it can handle the additional weight. That's how easy it is to mount it on the phone. Ridiculously straightforward. And here we go. So now you can see that phone's not going anywhere, which is good. It's kind of an expensive phone. But this actually includes a built-in heat fan, and they have like little grills and holes and stuff, all to deal with the fact that this is generating heat. Now in the summer, you're going to probably have this with air conditioning, cool air coming out of that vent. But in the winter, you might have a heater. So having those work together can be a bit of a problem. I haven't had a chance to test that yet, but I assume that its own internal cooling system will make sure that it continues to work and doesn't have any heat issues. Now, let's see. It is 3 inches by 2.8 inches by, I don't know, 2.3 inches deep. It's hard to say how deep, where you should measure, maybe to here. I don't know. It is also 3.5 ounces, so it's very light, though it is heavy enough that for most car vents, when you put it in, the vent's just going to drop to its lower position, and that's okay, because then adjust from there. Now, what it does mean is it does mean if you like to have your car vents at this angle, putting this on it might mean it won't be able to stay there. So that's something you'll have to experiment with. I think they all have that same issue. If that's a huge problem for you, you might want to get a magnet mount, but not have the charging part. Although, frankly, the charging is by far the coolest part of this. So I just love the whole idea. This just is really straightforward. However, it is a premium price, and I'll get there in a second because I want to talk about the slim case too. So this slim case is ridiculously slim. It is 0.03 inches thick, so it's super slim, and it's made out of something called aramid fiber, and apparently this is the same stuff they use in body armor, and the military uses this. So has a nice textured feel to it, and you can see it's not super slippery, so I can hold it at that angle and it mostly stays in my hand. It is so thin that you really don't even know that it's on your phone. It's that slim. However, having said that, for the price, I wish that it was a little higher because it's not giving the front of your phone any protection whatsoever. So if your phone drops this way, you're going to break your glass because this isn't absorbing any impact. So this is functional in the sense that, I guess it goes over the corners, but it's really primarily designed for that magnet hold. So if you want a protective case, then you might have to shop a little further. Now, what we need to talk about is the price. But before we get there, I'm going to ask if you can subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. And if you do have a mount like this in your car, leave a comment and tell me what kind you're using, whether you're using a magnet or whether you're using one that has like little arms that you push in or that maybe automatically close in to keep your phone in. So tell me what you're using and how it's working for you. Okay, cool. Now, two parts here. First part, the Pitaka Qi wireless charging magnetic car mount is $49.99 at Amazon.com, and if you can afford it, it's a lovely solution. It's really nice. It has a very professional and elegant feel. You could use this in like a BMW or Mercedes without any embarrassment at all. And then there's the slim case, which you'd think would be less expensive, but no, the Pitaka slim case for the iPhone 11 Pro is also $49.99. So that's kind of a steep combination. This is over $100 so that your phone can just be sitting there on your dashboard. There are definitely less expensive solutions out there, and I gotta say, I wish the case was more protective. I'm gonna give it minus points for that because I want it to be a little higher up than the glass, and I'm willing to have it be slightly heavier and be slightly more aware that it's on my phone, but I want that protection. Because this case is really, as far as I can tell, primarily designed to give you that. But it could also be a nice protective case otherwise, because you're gonna carry your phone around like this. And so what happened, that like within an hour of me putting my phone in this, my phone fell off and fell face down on a surface. So it was like, oh my gosh, 1 week old iPhone 11 Pro and I broke it. Fortunately, I didn't, because actually Apple made a nice phone out of it, but I needed the case to be there and it wasn't. So you can make your own decision. If this wireless magnetic Qi charging unit is enough to justify that price for you, then this is a very nice solution and you should check it out. Otherwise, look around, there are a ton of options. That's all I got, so I'll catch you in my next video.